Do you think Ethereum will still flip Bitcoin at some point? Thank you for the $20 super chat, first of all. But yes, I do believe Ethereum will flip Bitcoin. Now, I know there's a lot of people that are on the other side where they're like, Ethereum would never flip Bitcoin because Bitcoin is just the leader, right? It's going to be the world currency. But honestly, Ethereum seems to have more of a potential use case right now than Bitcoin does, right? Where you're looking at Ethereum, you know that there's multiple uses for it. When you buy when you buy something, let's say on MetaMask, and you wanted to buy a different project, right? You're paying Ethereum. When you want to send your money from a different place or from MetaMask to anywhere else or Trust Wallet to anywhere else, you're using Ethereum in order to pay for that. That's a use case right there. When you have NFTs, you have a use case for it. Also, when you look at both of the two, right? When you look at both of them, you're seeing that you did have the ability to mine them and it took a lot of computing power to do so. And now you have Ethereum on the other side that it's not going to be the case because you're going to proof of stake instead of being proof of work. So it's not going to be one an unlimited amount like Ethereum did have and continue to mine there. So that's off the table, but you do have a max amount that you would have, as well as being able to burn the supply deflationary and then using the position in everyday life. And maybe it comes to the point where you, instead of just buy virtual real estate with Ethereum, you're now buying actual real estate with Ethereum, like real life real estate with Ethereum, because it is going to be that token or that coin that people look at as, a bigger use case, in my opinion. Now, Bitcoin will still always be up there because it's the thing that really created it all, right? It started it all, where it's gonna be one or two. Now, it may be number one forever just by association. Like if it's something we don't use anymore, like say if we don't buy gold anymore, but gold is still a thing, it's still going to be very valuable, but it's not going to be something that we buy a lot, right? We value something else a lot more, but it's still going to be here as a valuable thing, right? Or collectible, or commodity or asset or whatever it is to you. Um, so that's where I see it with Ethereum. So when you look at Ethereum, I might as well get into my Ethereum really breakdown since I kind of did that. When you look at Ethereum, I see it passing, right? The thing that's really eating away at Bitcoin's dominance, or was eating away at Bitcoin's dominance, was Ethereum. Everything else really doesn't really have much of an impact, because you see Bitcoin that's at a $600 million or $1 billion market cap, but Ethereum's at a 254. So if it grows by 6 billion, it's eating away or chipping away at that dominance, right? If Ethereum grows a lot more than Bitcoin does, you're seeing it chip away at the dominance, right? If Ethereum is not growing more than Bitcoin and Bitcoin is growing, Bitcoin's dominance increases. So it's really only on these two whether you are seeing, Bitcoin's dominance increase or decrease. So I do think Ethereum is going to overtake Bitcoin at some point. I don't know when, but the flippening will happen, especially as you get more and more uses out of Ethereum. So where is Ethereum right now, right? I told you that we would see a late reaction. Right now, Ethereum has broken the 2000 mark, right? It's at $2,114.76. Not only breaking 2000, which I saw yesterday, didn't create a video on it or anything because I didn't have time, but seeing it at over that at 2100 shows the ability to remain strong. Is this creating a support at the level of 2000? Most likely not. It's going to be a soft support, but it's not going to be a hard support level there. Because if we do see a retracement, it's going to probably pull back to maybe higher 19s or even lower 19s. But it still would be, something that we're looking at and we're going, all right, well, we know that we're seeing a lot of success. Sorry, there's kids upstairs jumping around and stuff. We're seeing a lot of success. We're seeing a lot of building. We understand what Ethereum will be. Currently, you're seeing $14.4 billion that flows into Ethereum. You're seeing a max supply or a total supply of 120 million coins, at which you do have 108 million that flows through DEX volume. So while you're still seeing CEX volume, while people are trading over there, you understand that DEX volume, that's creating a massive use for it. Seeing 100+ million on the DEX side means that you have transaction fees, you have gas fees that you're paying in Ethereum, creating more value for this project. So I honestly think that it will surpass it. It just shows so much potential to do so. But I think you need more institutions that are going to be investing into it, more firms, and I think that's where it's going to come from. The firms are kind of sitting on the in the background, and they're like, I don't know what I'm doing right now. I'm going to put my hands up. I don't know what I'm doing right now. And maybe when it comes to it, I'll see what's more value and what's more sought after, and I'll either buy Bitcoin or Ethereum because they want to buy safe positions. And maybe they're making that choice to buy BNB as well. But honestly, I think Ethereum will be that choice for most firms, institutions, big money, smart money, right? And I think we're going to see Ethereum absolutely explode way past where the all-time highs were. Um, and I think it's really going to compete for that number one spot by market cap. So that's where Ethereum is right now. We've seen it with the all-time high, getting up to that 5,000 mark. The low that we've seen, recently in the recent year, the past year, we see it, at $800, $900, and now seeing it at $2,000 is phenomenal. And hopefully people were able to capture a lot of Ethereum. I'm, you know, sort of upset that I did have to give up some of my Ethereum for, the Luna T ETH. Now I was going to only put in one, but I put in two because I thought it was going to be more of a quicker turnaround for what we did have there with a push. And then I was going to invest in more as we did see more of a stable price. Because anytime you see a launch, you have a pump, and then you have a little retracement, you have a level off, and whenever we hit that level off, that's where I would reinvest. But I didn't get a chance to do that because of what happened with all of the relaunches, and we still haven't seen the new relaunch yet, but they're taking their time to do that. I have been looking into some things about that, but that's a whole nother topic. But yeah, we'll look out for the flippening. I think it could happen. But $14.2 billion and seeing $100 million is flowing through DEX side, that's showing me that it has a ton of potential. Not only just seeing the 100 million, but understanding what that 100 million represents. Because we can go into Bitcoin and understand that their DEX side, you're still seeing $4.5 million on the DEX side trading worth of Bitcoin, knowing that you really don't have the ability to do much of that outside of CEXs. So that's where the difference maker is, right? 100 million versus 4 million, and then also understanding what it represents versus nothing that it represents. No offense to any Bitcoin holder, or believer. So that's my full opinion on Bitcoin and Ethereum, and if we're going to see that flippening, and what's happening right now. So